Check. 1 2 1 2. Vader Games in the building. You know what it is? Another episode of Why Always Me. This is Vader Games, and this is Vader Games TV. I don't usually do this. I don't usually do a show on the day of a game, and we got a game in less than an hour. But based off of scheduling, I'm here, and what I'm going to do is go through the topics there on screen. On top of that, I'm going to obviously talk about this Aston Villa upcoming game, and I'm sure the lineup's probably just coming out now, so I'm gonna discuss that, and I'm gonna tackle a few things. So first things first, my peoples come first, and my peoples, those of you still with us, those of you that have passed, and those of you that are on your way, much appreciated and love to you. The topics here, I'm a lot calmer now than I was over the weekend. I'm a lot calmer. The perspective's a little different, but we're gonna get into it. Let me shout out the very first in the comments because that's what we do. I gotta show love to the first in the comments, and this week, first in the comments happens to be Dre P in the building. Let me put Dre P on the screen. Dre has a lot to say. Dre goes, Pep rightly said that eventually City will lose. They've been brilliant for years. It is disappointing these results because 4 in a row would be an absolute cherry on top. I think Pep's sharing obviously the realization that no club can win forever. No club can continuously win. But I think he, in the same breath, in that same comments, he's also said that we're capable of winning. And what I want to stress too is, I know that we're capable of winning. I know that those players, I know that our manager, I know that the fans will cheer the club on to win. But we have to point out, just the way I titled this, the thumbnail, but City will not win. We won't win playing like this. Do we have the talent? Do we have the experience? Do we have the knowledge? Of course. But it requires you to be focused and to play until the 90th. And we haven't been doing that. No, we're not. No one expects City to win every single game. But there are moments within a game, how you're playing, how you're adjusting to the ops, that you still expect a certain level. And I think we've been sloppy. We've been so sloppy in certain moments. That's cost us results. It's cost us wins. It's resulted in draws against Chelsea, draws against Liverpool, and now draws against Spurs. Let me also shout out Stop the Hate. Stop the Hate says hi. Thanks for being on the channel. Thanks for being a part of the show. Thanks for your comment. And again, those of you new watching, hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe. Make sure you got that notification button so you know the next time I'm live. I happen to do Why Always Me, a show, obviously, from my perspective. I always have the topics to discuss. And then I also do a show, usually on the weekends. It happened to be on Monday this week. But I also do a show, CIA Intelligent Agendas. And that's where we really go after the ops. We arm ourselves. We arm our City fans with the right perspective, the right agendas to really apply and defend against. Stop Online Hate says 4-0 win tonight. I don't have that same confidence. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet, unfortunately. Can we put up 4? Yeah. We can put up 4. But like I was just saying, playing a complete 90, I haven't been seeing that from the squad. I have not been seeing that from the squad. So a clean sheet, I don't know. Now, you might think, listen, and I know some content creators out there do it. I can't even put myself in the content creator realm because I don't make content every day like that. It's not my livelihood. But I'm not trying to bait anything. I'm not trying to be extra with what I'm stressing here. I do believe that we have the available players that are fit or not fit. I do think that we have the experience, and I still believe that we have the hunger to win another title. But how we play, How we play is the issue here. And City will not win anything. We won't win a trophy. I know we've won trophies. I know the bonus trophies that we get because European champions, you know what I'm saying? So we get access. We're invited to extra competitions. I see us winning those because we're focused. It's something we haven't achieved before. But this fight that we're getting from rivals with regards to this league, I don't think we're winning anything playing this way. And the way we played that resulted in a loss versus Arsenal, mind you, it was at the Emirates, a draw at home to Liverpool, a draw at home to Spurs. We play like this, we're not getting a result over at their grounds. That's where things need to change up. And I don't know if it's a different combination of players on the pitch. I don't know if it's a different setup. I'll have my guess. I'll have my takes on it. Let me shout out the comments again. We got Abdallah in the building. My guy Abdallah, what it do, man? He goes, we must sign a creative midfielder and CDM in January to salvage the season. I'm with you on the CDM. I think Rodri needs a partner. Rodri also needs to mentor that upcoming next guy. I think we need to build that in from just looking at it from a squad standpoint, from Manchester City, continued success. I think we need to be grooming that next one up, that guy that's going to kind of be able to partner when days aren't up for it for Rodri, and also when Rodri clearly needs a rest. I jokingly think that Rodri's catching all these yellows and getting these mandatory suspensions because he's like, yo, I need a sub, I need a break. But we need that partnership. Unfortunately, Calvin Phillips hasn't been that guy. Creative midfielder is where I disagree with the creative midfielder, Abdallah. And it's because I know KDB's coming back, and I want Foden in that. I want Foden centrally. So I actually, because again, Cole Palmer left, Mahrez left, and Doku was originally signed to be the right winger, but he's cooking on that left. I think we need a right wing player, or we need another versatile player that can play right and left. Because I don't see Jack going anywhere other than that left hand side. Yes, Doku could play right and left, but when we don't have him, or we need something, we need to change it up. I think we need a right winger. I think we need a right wing, and I agree with you. We need a CDM. We get those, we're good, because then we got Holland, Alvarez, both playing in that striker role. We got KDB, Foden. We got Foden and Bernardo Silva kind of doing that in terms of like that combination. And on the right wing, we bring someone else in. I think that's how we work it. I think. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Abdallah also goes on to say, KDB Stones must only start the important and big games to manage the pair better. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think they're not pushed to start too quickly, especially Stones coming back and then getting sidelined again. But we're going to need those two in their peak form when they come back. I said I'm actually okay with KDB KDB coming back late Jan, maybe play February 3rd is what I said. Is when I need him. But yeah, that's it for KDB. And I would almost say the same thing for Stones. I'd say the same thing. Stop the violence, stop the hate, says Holland 4 goals. I said brace for Holland, but if he gets 4, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. We are getting 0 points from Anfield, and man, Abdallah, those are 2 grounds I'm nervous about, man. Those are 2 grounds, and Martin thinks I'm joking, but I want revenge versus Brentford. We didn't get any points off Brentford last season. That's another team that I need us to get points off of. There's no guarantees there, so we got a lot to do. Foden isn't consistently creative enough to play in the cam position right now. Right now, he's not. And I know Pep will kind of like allow him to play out wide and come inside and from an attacking position, but I think I'd rather get a wing player, CDM and wing player versus another midfielder, because I think Nunez and Kovacic will be better, and I think they'll be enough. They'll be enough for us, and I think they'll be very good moving forward. Now, you see the topics I have here on the screen. You see the topics, all right? City will not repeat. In this form, we will not repeat. We got to come to terms with that. And also, us as fans, we need to level up. We need to be encouraging. We need to be supportive. Those that are traveling home and away, you need to be losing your voices after every game. This is the hardest thing ever attempted. Let's take a second and think about this. Take a second and think about this. This is the hardest title chase ever. And I'm not exaggerating here. This is the hardest thing to do ever. It's never been done before. There's no blueprint. There's no example to look at and like, this is how you do it. There's examples on what was done and failed and didn't happen. But this, never done before. So we need all of us at a different level of support. Different level of support. No other fans know. They don't know. They don't know. So we got to do this, and we got to be up for that battle. City's form right now will change. We know that. We're going to get healthy bodies back. We know Pep's going to adjust the instructions. He likes to tinker. This is the tinkering time, right? This is how he tinkers around. We're going into this December, a key game against Aston Villa, and we're going to talk about that. But we need to change up this form. This 4-peat has never been accomplished. You know, this is why this 4-peat is like 5 years in the making. Because if you happen to lose, you get reset. You got to win 1, 2, 3 in a row. Then you got to go for your 4th. But before you're doing all that, there's a season. There's a season. So we can't let this 4-peat slip through our hands. We can't. And let me do this. Vader game. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. Pep's greatest challenge. He's accomplished challenges prior. Has he won 4 in a row? Has he done that? No. This is Pep's greatest challenge. This is City's greatest challenge. This is the greatest challenge since the last 3-peat happened. Right? This is the greatest challenge witnessed in a social media era. Understand that. We're able to create, be a part of, and establish memories that live a lot longer and live in a different way than it did 15, 20 years ago, right? Before social media, things happened, whether it was print, radio, you lived it organically. Now you can live things organically and actually have them recorded, right? Have them be part of that digital history. This is different. And we got to put in our best effort for it. Pep's greatest challenge, our greatest opportunity as City fans, got to go for it. So remain positive, all right? Understand that we're getting attacks from left and right, front and back. There's a target on us. Nobody wants us to win this. We know that. The 115 charges, right? The Prem, those that are part of the Red Cartel, none of them. Liverpool, United, Arsenal, they don't want us doing anything historic. They don't want us being part of this history. They try to tell us we're not the most hated. When you have the 3 red cartels against you, how are you not the most hated? You're the most hated by sheer numbers, right? I'm told that United have the biggest fan base, then Liverpool, or you switch it up. And then you got Arsenal, all against us. This is going to be a huge battle. We got to be up for it, City fans. We got to be up for it. Let me go to the comments. Abdallah, Kovacic and Nunez ain't creative at all. They're not creative. I got you on that. And that's why we need KDB back. But when we talk about creative, I don't think we then sign. Because like I said, if KDB's coming back like Jan, we get someone in, it's going to take them a while to get up to speed. I think we're just better served to look how we tinker and adjust and make it work until KDB's back. And when KDB needs kind of like that break, and this is where it's frustrating, because how do you You can't really bench KDB when KDB's in form. But the best position for Foden is still in that 10 creative midfielder role. So there's that kind of conflict. And yeah, you make adjustments like Pest made adjustments to get Alvarez, get Foden, both of them on the pitch. How do you do it? We're going to talk about City's best 11 as I see it. We're going to get into it. Let me shout out my guy Zane. Big up Vader Zane. Appreciate it. Tough day. Oh man. But the game is in less than an hour, and I want to keep this show nice and sweet. So let me try and put this on screen, and then we're gonna get into it because it's tough. It's tough. Let me see here. Do that. I found out that there's this really nice formation site, but it's not. You gotta invest in it, which I'm not ready to do just yet. Where is my thing here? Apologies. Left monitor. Did I not make one? All right, hold on. Break in action. Window capture. Dope. Boom. All right, that's a little oversized, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. All right, let me adjust that. Magic. All right, we're gonna do this for now. So let me slide over here. Okay, my best 11. And this is best 11 when I think of balance, when I think of, you know what, the first plan or plan A didn't work. I still have options with regards to plan B. This is what I'm gonna do. And actually, as I say that, let me look real quick to see what Pep decided based off of available bodies today for this game against Aston Villa. It's gonna be a tough one. So Pep decided to go Holland, Foden on the left, Alvarez and Lewis in that mid, Bernardo Silva on that right, I'm assuming, Akanji and Stones. Whew. Akanji and Stones, maybe Stones is the more dedicated 6 in that. And then we got Gavardio, Diaz, and Walker in the back 3 is how I think he might line things up. All right. Let me do that. Let me do that real quick. Actually, I should change this formation then, right? Actually, you know what? No, we'll leave it and then we'll talk it out. Yeah, because this might be interesting. So this is how I think. Pep is doing it. And then I think he's going with. All right. I think he's going with like Alvarez. And then I think he's going with that's crazy. Maybe more advancing. Maybe. So this isn't a proper representation because I think if you can see my cursor, I think Bernardo's going to play on the right. I think Alvarez on the left. I think Foden on the left. I think Alvarez is going to kind of like tuck in a little bit behind Holland, playing that cam role a little bit, and then we're going to have. I think we're going to have Akanji and Stones. No. Okay, forget what I'm just saying here. I think we're mostly going to be in a back 3. So let me start left back. Let's go Gavarliol. Right back, Walker. And then centrally, we're going to have Diaz and Rico. So, wrong one. All right, let's do. You know what? I hope they put Rico in this because he was. Yes, respect Rico Lewis. He's back in here, or he's added in here. Proper, Ruben Diaz. Okay, so let me. Okay, let me just this. Let me move this as well. All right. Maybe that's better. Okay. So I think what we're going to end up seeing is more of a back three. So it's going to be Gavardio. Is my cursor not showing up on the screen? No, it's not. So I think it's going to be Gavardio, Diaz, and Walker in that. There's a cursor now. I think it's going to be Gavardio, Diaz centrally, and then Walker in that back three. I think Rico moves. I think Rico moves up. I think Rico moves. Oh no. Huh. Maybe we go three double pivot and then 4. Maybe that's how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna go Gavardio, Diaz, Walker. We'll do a dual pivot in Stones and Akanji. All right. And then we'll have Rico and Alvarez playing playing right behind. Woo! I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm talking it out loud, and I think that might be the case. Oh, Zane, don't get me started, man. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this season's documentary or All or Nothing, or I need to see like I know we got a lot of reaction on the pitch from Holland and the players. I need the behind the scenes. I need the behind the scenes on that one. I need it. It's ooh. Okay, so I'm spending a little too much time on this 11, but this is what is suggested for this game against Aston Villa. I'm not mad at it. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be paying a lot of attention to the Stones and Akanji, and then obviously Rico. I want to see what Rico's responsibilities are. But this is how I'm assuming they're setting up. I think Alvarez is gonna play. Alvarez either side. He might tuck in around here or here in attack, and I think Rico is going to be more advancing, and then we might have Stones and Akanji, in that mid, both of them in tandem, working in that Rodri role. Maybe they divide the pitch up in terms of left to right, and then I need Gavardio, Diaz, and Stones. I just need them. Control that back line. Don't let anything go over top. Don't let anything get behind. I don't want to see Walker advancing forward. I don't want to see that at all. But if we were to talk about my best 11 based off of available bodies, right? And it looks like we've got Kovacic on the bench. Mateus Nunes is on the bench as well. Oscar Bob's on that bench. Calvin Phillips is on that bench, and he's not trusted to start in this game, man. I hope he's working his butt off in practice, and it's just a matter of Pep not in favor of it. I hope it's not a case of he's just not good enough, because that's disappointing. But my best 11, so we have options to come on and make a difference in attack. Okay, I actually, and it's going to sound crazy for me to do this, but I would actually drop Julian Alvarez. Yes, he's a serial winner. There's a trophy out there you want. Get Alvarez on your team, guaranteed the trophy. I get all that. But I think when we need an impact, when we need a change, I think to be able to look at that bench and to say we're bringing on Alvarez is who I would put down on the bench for rotation. I'm not dropping him, right? He's not out of form, but I would go. Oh man, oh fully healthy, fully healthy. Foden would be in that kind of 10 role where Alvarez is. And sorry, when I say fully healthy, we still don't have KDB back, but let's play like we have no KDB. Um, but I would want Foden here. I would want Doku or Jack on that left wing. No, let me switch that up. I want Jack on that left. I want Doku on that right. Okay. I want Bernardo. I want Foden, and I want Rodri in that midfield. Okay. You know what? Let's do that right now. Let's do it right now. Come on. On that right, I want Doku. Doku on that left. I want Jack. Jack Grealish. Excellent. I'm changing things up. In that midfield, instead of Alvarez, we got Foden. Foden would cook. Foden would cook like Chef Ramsay in there. And then I'm gonna want Bernardo, and I'm gonna want Rodri. Okay. Now let's also let's also operate. Let's operate like we don't have stones. Okay, we're gonna operate like we don't have stones. This would be my back line. No stones, this would be my back line. Because I think Rico can get in that spot and help occupy, help be like a double pivot for Rodri when we're in attack. I want a tried and true. We don't need to be risky because look, we don't need to take risks. When we have Holland, Grealish, and Doku up there, we got Foden cooking, Bernardo able to sniff out danger and be creative, hold on to that possession. I think we got enough where we don't need to commit or widen that pitch with Gavardiol and Walker getting too far up, right? Let Rico kind of help occupy with Rodri. You know what I mean? I think that could work. Let me go to the comments. I know I fell behind on the comments. Let me find my cursor here. Dre P. Abdallah, the Premier League is a league where any team can get points at any ground. Can't say for sure City will lose, but it will be hard. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. But freaking Spurs, man. And Anfield. And Anfield. I wanted 3 points, both of them at home. Less to worry about away. The girl RK, Alvarez, #1 chance creator in the league. I know I know that. But I think it's also because of the space that he occupies. I think because of Foden's versatility to be able to play on the wings, that's why he's been out there. But I think had he been central like Alvarez for the majority, and again, remember Champions League when KDB went down, Pep was like, Foden, come on, get ready. I think Foden would cook and have similar creative stats if he was in that role. But that's a great point, girl RK. Dre P. Best 11 for me is Doku, Holland, Silva up front. Woo, okay. Midfield of Foden, Rodri, and Kovacic / KDB. Yeah, I get that. Backline of Stones, Diaz, Ake, and Walker. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, you know what? I'm splitting hairs between Gavardio and Ake. Ake would be that left back for me. He would. I'm not that's a good point. I'm not upset with what you said there. But but I'm looking at this with no KDB and I'm looking at this with no Stones. I know we got Stones today. Beautiful. You know what? But you know what? Let me take out. Let me do that. Let me do that because I like that. I like that. What's going on here? Nathan. You get Nathan Ake. All right, so we switched that up. But again, Dre P, when you look at that, because Bernardo's already on that pitch, right? If we're bringing on a midfielder, it's Nunes? Or if we're bringing on a midfielder, is it Foden? You know what I mean? So, like, or is it a matter of the work that Bernardo was doing on that wing? Maybe he goes to the midfield, right? He goes to the midfield when we've taken off Kovacic, and then we bring Foden on to play the right wing. I don't know. A lot of combinations, a lot of things to adjust there. But hey, this is why we play around with it. This, for me, would be our best 11. Knowing that, let me find my cursor here. Knowing that on that left wing, we'd have no one to bring on. From a wing play standpoint, I'd have no options. Oscar Bob could maybe come on. Doku goes over to the left. Oscar Bob comes on, plays right. Change of impact subs. Maybe we bring on Kovacic for some control. Silva takes a breather, or maybe Silva remains on. Foden comes off, and we got Kovacic a little more defensive. Finish out the game. And then, all right. Yeah, let me leave it at that. Let me do this properly. Vader game. So I'm gonna bring up the point of what I want improved. Actually, no. Before I talk about what I want improved, let me talk about when is the flashpoint. And Pep, you know what? This is why I like the press conferences. And I might have said this before on the show. Before, I didn't really pay much attention to the press conferences. Like, you kind of assume that the manager is not going to take anything that you can take of value or really understand. But Pep drops breadcrumbs. He drops hints in his press conferences. It's not all cryptic, where he's not really trying to talk to us the fans, or really answer the media. He said that this won't be a moment in time where now we're dialed in, now we're going to go for it. But human nature would have to disagree with what he says. I know he's not going to make it a focal point. He's not going to say, listen, guys, we got a poor referee call. We're playing good football. We need to move and get these results. I don't think he's going to be looking at it like that. But I think human nature, fans in particular, I know how I marked that date on the calendar when United, that offside, not offside goal from Bruno Fernandes. But I think man to man, they're looking at, we can't leave these games to chance. We need to dead these games off, right? We're up 3-2, closing minutes of a game. Hold possession. Control things. Frustrate the opposition. Have them chase their shadows. Have them chase tails for a little bit. Got to do that. We got to do that. So I think there's going to be like that match where it's like, I remember that feeling. I remember how we played, right? Even going back a couple years now, look at how the moment versus Real Madrid in that semifinal, how we reacted moving forward, how we understood, listen, game was in control, game was in hand, and things kind of slipped away. I think this is the flashpoint for this game. The flashpoint of the season is, we can close out games. We need to get back to our way. We need to hold possession. We need to frustrate the opposition. Our best defense is possession. Some say your best defense is your attack. No. In this case, our best defense is possession. It's making you chase, making you run around. We need to get back to those ways. And I think that is that flashpoint, because had we done that versus Spurs, game's in control. Let me go to the comments. Dre P, Bernardo can still get some freedom to move if Kova is in. Yep, true. But Bernardo doesn't really release those passes like that. He's more of a holding on to possession and moving type guy. If KDB is on, Foden can go more right wing and Bernardo can drop deeper. I hear that. I see the versatility, Dre. You got your. I know you messing around with some tactics. I see what you're doing. I got Edison in the building. Edison goes, "Hey, Edison, my guy from IEGA. Battles will be happening soon." He goes, "Sup? You ready for a 6-0 Chelsea win today, Edison? You don't believe that, but if it happens, I am up for it. Long may it continue. Long let it continue. United, love it. Love what's happening to them right now. Dre P, well said, Vader. City has lost control and killer instinct. And I will say again, the extra time suits emotional teams who chase games. City do need to kill. Yeah, man. We have it all. We have it all in our locker. We can do it all, right? We can do the attack. You want to up and down? We've shown that we can lock things up. You want it to be a 1-0? We could do that as well. I think more so situationally, players just need to be a little dialed in. And when I say players, I mean everyone. I'm not singling out anyone. As a squad, as a team, they just need to be situationally aware. Closing minutes of the game, closing seconds, extra time. Listen, no need to rush. We got this. We can pass this ball, no problem. That's how we move. Now, let me also do this. Vader game. What I want to see improved, man. First thing I need to see improved. The most critical thing is the defense. And when I say that, I it's like communication. It's like, if I'm going to go all the way back to the Chelsea game, and I've said this, I think Diaz had his worst game that I've ever seen him play in a City jersey. I think it was versus Chelsea. Oh, that's my alarm. And then how we're giving up these goals, how sloppy we've been. The Liverpool game was very good. I think we were just a little unlucky there. But a little unlucky, and for Pep to have made no subs within the midfield, I think we got ran through a little bit. But we just need to be sharper defensively, and I think communication's key. I can't speak today. Diaz needs to be that general where he's, barking and giving out orders, reminding everyone where they need to be, reminding everyone or making players aware of where the threats are. And then it's just the midfield I need to fix up in two ways. Watch early in games, first 10, 15 minutes. Watch how the opposition aren't ready for how quickly we're winning possession. Watch how the opposition aren't really getting back into good position, and Haaland is calling for those runs. What I want from our midfield is I need some of those early passes released. Release those passes. Give him a chance to run them down. Give him a chance to cause maybe a defender to blow a tire because they're not ready for a speed in that attack. They're not ready. They didn't see that line killing pass. Give Haaland a chance to run those down. Get that defense like nervous early, like they don't know where the attack's coming from. And then two, and hopefully it's the case because bodies are healthy. We see Kovacic, we see Nunez on that bench. I need to see trust in some subs. Pep, I need to see some trust. You bringing on fresher legs. We can't have Rodri playing a full 90. We can't have Bernardo Silva. We know how much of the pitch Bernardo covers. I need to see those things improve. I don't think we're out of the mix in terms of winning this title. Never. I don't think that it's a matter of us not having the players. I don't think it's a matter of us not having the same quality. As much as Liverpool and Arsenal spent in this summer transfer window, I still think we've got the quality to match it. Now, we're still looking to get Nunez and Kovacic really up to speed, especially because we've got at the time we had no Silva because of injury. We obviously had no KDB, and then at the point where we had Rodri done for suspensions, and now he's gone again. It's those players that have really been missed in the midfield. We need to get that going. Let me go with the comments. Dre P goes, oh, I said that already. Edison goes, you guys can do it except you're getting robbed. Yeah. Edison, I don't harper on the refs. City fans in general, we don't harper on the refs. We let that slide because we know it's what we do on the pitch that matters. We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna the referees, the da. No, we know they're against us, Edison. You think I got allies out here with 115 charges over my head? You think I got anyone looking out for me? No. So I already know. We already know. We're not gonna harp on it. We need to get the results because of what we do on that pitch. We need to be clinical. We need to make the ops pay. Holland's not going to be that guy missing shots like that. And if he does, which is something that I do, I got my fellow old neighbor City fan. As soon as things like that happen, I'm like, Holland owes us 2 goals now. If he scores one, he owes us another one because those missed sitters, those close range, point blank. No, that's not our striker. Our striker puts those away. Dre P, right again, need to be situationally aware. Dre P, we're on the same page, man. This is what I'm talking about. When we talk ball, when we take a second to step back, it's like it's not all bad, but we see where things need to fix. And it's another thing too because we know it's the players have the ability. We've seen it. They just need to show it. And what gets underlooked, what gets overlooked, right? What doesn't get talked about is even from a combination standpoint, when we talk about consistent midfielders playing together or the same front three playing together, like that type of dynamic, we haven't had that. So when there's just that familiarity, when there's that instinctful play, right? You don't even have to look. You can just make the pass because you know, man's there where he's supposed to be. You don't even have to think about it. That quickness and sharpness, that's going to come to the squad. And usually when that happens, we go on that run. Let me finish your comment. He goes, Arsenal game, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs were all about one moment where City fell asleep or made an error. None of those games were City crushed. Facts. And, rivals are quick to say, oh, City didn't do anything. It was our errors. Our errors cost us. Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. When you guys score, it's based off of errors. It's rare. It's rare that something clinical, perfectly designed or dynamic play where we're broken down and there's no, like, we really just got outplayed. That doesn't happen. Goals against us don't tend to happen that way. They tend to be errors as well. Trey P. And to be fair, it isn't easy to be so near perfect for so many seasons, but those guys should want to seal the legacy with 4 in a row, never before done. And I think they're up for it. Dre P, I think they know. It's just a matter of this season's a long season. Gundalorian, pitch points, reminds me all the time. He's like, Vader, what do you expect City to score 100 and plus points? They're going to be dropping games, and I see what he means, and I respect it, I appreciate it, but it's also like I don't want the drop points there. You know what I mean? I don't want the drop points against Spurs. I don't want the drop points against Chelsea. But yeah, that's just the fan. That's just the fan in me. All right. Last topic. Vader game. Last topic, and this is actually to feed into the next show, CIA. And CIA is going to take place. If it doesn't take place on Sunday, it'll take place on Monday. But make sure you tune in. Make sure you're being aware. CIA, intelligent agendas. Intelligent agendas, not lazy agendas, not cliche agendas, not last year's agendas. All right, this year's intelligent agendas, and this year's intelligent agendas is gonna stem around a trophy agenda. All right, so we've, as a club, having been European champions and obviously defending the title, we get access to play in different competitions. Super Cup, World Cup is the next one that we play in. Trophy we haven't won before. as when I think of what I want for my club and what I want for the players is for them to accomplish things that they've never done, new things for the club, new things for themselves. So winning that trophy is going to be huge. It's amazing. There's also us trying to defend our European championship and the Prem English League. Very difficult to do. Because in the competition for Champions League, we have Arsenal, as well as in the Prem, we've got Arsenal. We got Liverpool in the Prem. And then we also have huge legacy clubs like Real Madrid, like Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, dangerous clubs out there that are obviously going to be competing and pursuing their Champions League dreams. But when I'm going to bring out the trophy agenda, I think we need to emphasize what our ops are probably prioritizing. Like, we really need to take a second and think about it, because this is the angle that I'm going to be coming at on CIA. The trophy agenda. Prem, Klopp's won one in this so-called, it's not their golden era, I get all that. But in this Klopp era, he's only won one. He's won one of each trophy, but he's only won one. That Prem has got to be, it's got to be on that calendar. That's got to be the main focus. And when you look at the other op, Arsenal, 20 years now. 20 years. These two clubs, two of the red cartels, they're after that Prem. This fight for this trophy is going to be huge. I said this on the previous show. We're going to be getting the best from every club. Every club's going to give us our best because we're defending champs, and two, they don't want us to win this fourth. And then when you have us trying to win a fourth, and in this case, Arsenal trying to win their first in this Arteta era, or first in 20 years, and Klopp trying to win a second, understand the trophy agenda is a heavy one because they all want a trophy on Pep's head. Trophies is all that it matters. Trophies is all that matters. And the trophy agenda is what's going to validate these ops against our manager. So let's remind them that it's been 20 years for Arsenal. It's been one in this Klopp era for Liverpool, and we're trying to win. It's crazy when you think about it, because we won 5 and 6. We're trying to win 6 and 7. We're trying to win 6 and 7. Get your agendas ready. Know that we need this trophy, but are we going to be trophyless? Absolutely not. We've already won many. This game versus Aston Villa, and let me do this proper. Vader game. This game versus Aston Villa is huge. Can we afford to drop points? Yes, we can. Do I like giving a head start to our rivals? No. Do we do it all the time or often? Yes. But I don't, if we can, I don't want to do it. I don't want to give them a little advantage and chase them down. As exciting as it is, as great as it is for the league. And I do believe the league I think the league prefers that draw result against Spurs, the controversy, all the engagements, the interactions that happen because of it. You know what I mean? How else do you explain a play advantage and stop play? But I think it's good for the league. And when we give these ops the little head start and we chase them down, you know what I mean? It makes things a lot more exciting. As a fan, I don't want it. I'd rather be in complete control. I'd rather have that 2, 3, 4 point gap for the remainder of the year. Cool. But we can't ignore how exciting it is when we have to chase down teams and how the ops get to speak about us, and you know what I mean? So Aston Villa, I see based off of the 11 that Pep put together, we get this. Can I predict the score? No, but I had said 2-1, and I kind of still see 2-1. I think Holland's the one that gets the brace, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Let me speak to what I know. And Aston Villa they've got a strong team. Watkins are up top. I said Bailey was going to play on the wing. It looks like he is. Um, Luiz and Tillemans in the midfield. Torres, Carlos, center backs. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. Still see us winning though. Don't know how comfortable it's going to be. But City fans, listen to me. Listen. And you'll probably catch me on some React shows afterwards. If we happen to drop points and we go down 6 points. Yeah, we'll be 6 points off of the top. Ask the rivals, are you winning the league? Accept the loss. Don't be silly. Don't be ignorant. Don't make excuses. We accept the loss. But I want you to ask the question of rivals. City, they're 6 points behind. Are they winning? Are you winning the league? Are you beating City to the title? Just ask them that question. All right. We deal with the pressure all the time. Let's put the pressure. Let's find out. Okay, you want to gloat? We drop points, but we drop points. Are you gloating and saying you're winning the league? If not, quiet your face. Quiet your lips. That's what we'll tell them. All right. Let me go to the comments. Zane goes, performance means nothing in this Christmas period. It's the 3 points that matters. Zane, do you think it's the 3 points that matters? Because I actually think it's the performance. The performance is pretty telling because it's only going to get tougher from here. Or are you saying get the points while you can because it is going to get tougher and you don't know? Maybe that's fair. Maybe that's fair. JP, City for sure are in the mix. Arsenal and Liverpool are not playing their best either, and they are the ones relying heavily on late goals. It is true. It is true. They're not in the best of form. Neither are us. Who holds that form longer in the latter stage of the season? We've proven to be able to do it. I like this race. JP, I like this race. And I'm going to continue to ask the question. I'm confident that we're winning the league. I don't think that we're going to be making big moves in January transfer window, but if we happen to, my confidence will increase. I know rivals want to spend big. They spent big this summer. They want to spend big in the January transfer window. We'll see what happens. Dre, I think the refs are awful for all teams. That was a case last year too. But guess what? City won the trouble last year anyway. How you react to bad decisions is just as important as maybe the bad decisions happening against you. You got to be able to block that out, deal with it. City's shown to be able to deal with that. And let me see a rival win a title with 115 charges over their heads. They're not built like us. They ain't tough like us. Look how they have the meltdowns with just little things that happen to them. Imagine the entire league against you. That's us. Now, I want to make sure I shout out all of you in the comments. Thank you so very much. Zane, Dre P, Edison, the girl RK, Abdallah was in the mix. Stop online hate. And I love that name. Stop hate in general, whether it's online or in real life. Stop it. And listen, will there be a bonus show? There may be a bonus show. There may be a bonus show. I'll tell you, there may be a bonus show. We'll see what the results are like. And please make sure you continue to follow me on Twitter. You see what I see what I happen to. I say Twitter or Social X or Twitter X. But yeah, follow me on there. Continue to support the channel. I'm trying to creep to get to 500 subs. Try to make that possible. Let's make that possible before the Christmas holidays. Spread the word out. This channel will be a problem moving forward because we're gonna address a lot more things, and I want to arm the fan base a little more with some of my thoughts and ideas. But Appreciate it as always. Let me see this last comment from Dre P. He goes, City can be credited for still being in the mix. When Liverpool lost VVD, they scraped fourth. They did. I think they got fourth with like a miracle header from Allison or something like that late in the year. When Arsenal lost a key player, they collapsed. City won an all-time great in KDB and still there. Without KDB, we still did it. Great point, Dre P. Great point. Got to remind them. I'm Vader Games. This was episode 91. Why Always Me? Episode 91. We're in the 90s. We're on our way to the Centurion mark. This was a great show, impromptu on game day, and we're gonna talk again. We're gonna talk again for sure. So continue to do what you've been doing, supporting the channel. Hit me up in the comments. I'm going to probably feature. I'm gonna get it. I'm sure I'm gonna be getting links. So look out for me. I'll tweet when I can. Why Always Me, episode 91, Vader Games, City. We know we'll fix up, but we need to fix up because without improved form, we're not gonna be winning anything. We're not gonna be winning anything. So watch how we do this. Aston Villa, key game. We like the dramatics. See you tonight. Out.